to work the business. How's that sound for everybody? So everybody's like, yes, I need to know. Please teach me how, okay? So the best part about this is, guys, I have worked this business with a full-time job. I have worked this business as a college student. I have worked this business as a high school student. I have worked this business full-time. I have worked this business going through life. I have worked this business in breakups. I have worked this business in family drama. I have worked this business in all different walks of life. So I think that I'm qualified to tell you how to work this business because I have built it from the ground up to the very top, and I've started over, and I'm confident in the things that I'm going to teach you and the things that I'm going to share with you. And we had someone else that was supposed to share, but she can't. So we still have Sarah on here. Sarah's a double diamond, and we're going to be partnering up and doing this together. But I'm going to be sharing my screen a lot. And so I really encourage you to have something to write with, pen and paper. Like I always tell y'all, make sure you have a journal to take notes on. Call it your Zoom binder, your Zoom journal. Go to TJ Maxx, have a heyday, buy yourself another journal. You probably don't need another one. You probably have a stack of them, but get yourself a Zoom journal. That way you can always go back and look at notes, or, you know, something that I love about that journal is I still have it. It's somewhere. I use it all the time because I get ideas for it for my Zooms now. So when you start hosting your own team Zooms for your team, and some of y'all are like, shoot, I'll never do that. It'll come to that point. I promise you, you're going to have a team to lead one day. That's why you're here, is to change some lives, and you're going to have people on your team. So when you have that, you're able to go back and use it for future trainings for your team. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Make sure you have your cameras on, that you're staying engaged. You're not on your phone. Y'all know how I feel about that because I do this because I want y'all to learn. Okay, I don't want y'all to just hear what I say and then go out the other ear. I want y'all to get a lot of value from this. So I also want to know, drop a 1 on here if you're brand new in the business. Like this is like your first or your second month and you're still pretty new to this. This is really, really going to help you most because you're going to see just how simple it is to work into your business, because more than likely, if you're new on here and you haven't been here very long, you probably also have a full-time job, right? So I don't want any of you on here for a second to say, oh, well, of course Cheyenne works her business like this. She does this full time. Listen, my life wasn't always this great, okay? I had to go through the crap and the struggle and the, you know, the uncomfortable moments of life in order to get to this point. And so that's why we're doing this. Sarah's also has a really great story, and y'all are going to get to hear from that. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, let's hope this works. Sometimes it's a little fishy. Sharing is paused. Bring your window to the front. I do trust it. I trust it every time. It always tells me to trust it, and this is the most annoying part. Give me a second. I'll get my life together in a second. Y'all can't see anything, right? You can't see my screen. Oh. There we go. Can y'all see it now? Shake your head, yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, I want y'all to take a screenshot of this, or if you happen to be in a chat that I sent it in and you saved it to your phone, you can do that as well. There's gonna be all kinds of checklists that you see. I know I send some in Ruby Bootcamp. I know some of our leadership team on here also has their own. You can find a lot of these in the team page, or you can make your own. I just made this on over so y'all could kind of have a little bit of a track list to follow me throughout this Zoom. So make sure you take a picture of this or save it or something to where you can be able to look at it. But this is what we do every day, okay? And I know this list kind of seems long, but I'm going to show you how I do this in like 30 minutes to an hour a day. Truly, that's still what I do. So make sure y'all get this. I'm going to give y'all like 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to take it off the screen and show y'all what I do. Okay, so I'm gonna go through every step in order. You can do these at a different rate. You can do them in a different order. You can do all sorts of different things. I think I'm drawing on the screen on accident. But this is just a random order that I put them in. You don't have to do this in this order. Okay, so let's go to, I'm gonna stop sharing and share again since I drew on the screen. Okay, so we're gonna take it to Facebook first. So on my Facebook, the very first thing I have on here is add 25 people on Facebook. Now, typically when I'm doing host to post, if you don't know what host to post are, you're gonna find every answer to your questions in our team page. So at the very top of our team page, there's a video and it's called host to post, or you can search HAP and there's a video explanation that you'll find on there. But I always add people through host to post. In that, it's going to get a lot of the things done on this list in doing one thing. Host to post is like, you're going to be adding new people, you're posting, you're getting customers, you're having new conversations, a lot of those things. How many of y'all are like, I get most of my work done just doing host to post, right? It's in one process that all of it gets done. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, text your upline. It is something that you'll learn. And make sure you watch that video and it'll really make sense. So adding 25 people on Facebook, I'm going to show y'all how most of the time that I do it. So I'll go to my friends over here. I'll click all friends and I'll just scroll until I find somebody that I know is not in the business. Most of the people that are at the top I interact with most because they're in the business. So we're going to go to this girl. Okay. So I go to somebody that I think is cute, that has a good social media, that's like somebody that I would already follow. Each of you have a brand, okay? You're either a mom, you're a college student, you work full-time, you love dogs, you love horses, you're into photography, you like to sew, underwater basket weaving, I don't know what it is. Whatever your thing is, I want you, I don't know why that's always the first thing I go to, I don't even know where it came from, but I want you to go and find friends like that. I want you to find your niche, your mom friends, your dog friends, your whatever friends, and friend that way because it's ways that you would have already friended to begin with, okay? So I'm going to go to this girl's friends and I'm going to go to see all friends and I'm going to add through her friends. So I just go through and I look at their profile picture. So she's cute. And most of the time, all of my friends are A's because I start at the top of everyone's list. So I try to scroll down a little bit and I'll just go through and literally take 5 minutes. Okay. You see how easy this is to just go through and add people. So we're just going to keep going and find some friends. We like good Brandy. All these are Brandon, so we're gonna keep scrolling. We got a Bridget here. Hey Bridget, you're my new friend. Brittany, this Brittany, hey Brittany, bunch of Brittany's. Okay, see, catch the drift? It's so simple. I just go through and add some random friends from people that I would already be friends with. So that's the first thing. Second thing, following 80 on Instagram, same process, okay? I'm gonna go to my Instagram, I'm gonna go to somebody that I want, that I already follow, okay? Or we'll scroll down here, okay? Same process, okay? I know that Madison's in the business, but hi Madison, cute Instagram sister. So we're gonna go to her following. Don't do this to somebody that's in the business. She's just the first person I clicked on. And then you're gonna go through and follow people. Catch my drift? Kind of the same process. Just go through, click follow, and go through that way. Okay, let's talk about posting on our business, or posting about the business on our feed. So every day I go through, this is my Instagram, okay? I go through and I post about either the products or the business. Most of the time it's the business opportunity on my actual feed, and on my story is the products. Now, I know many of you are like, I have no clue what to post. Let's be real, drop a 2 if you're like me. I don't know, dude, I can't do this. I don't know how to type words. I don't know how to take pictures. I can't do it. Listen, if I had the time, I would scroll all the way to the bottom of this Instagram and show you how freaking awful my pictures used to be. My pictures were awful. My captions were awful. Everything was freaking awful, okay? Awful. We all start at start. So give yourself some grace and don't look at other people that have been in this business for 4 years and compare your social media to them. See, I can't scroll this far because I've been here for a long freaking time at this point, but I'm just here to tell you that it just gets better and better and better because everybody has to start somewhere, okay? And I always compare it to, if you worked at McDonald's and you went to go get a job at McDonald's, you would not know how to fry those fries and put as much salt on them as they put on there because you don't know how much they put on there. You have to start and show up every day to learn how to do every little thing. And so when it comes to posting, just start, okay? I started posting and my first posts were absolutely terrible. I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't know how to filter and it was god awful. My captions were like, hashtag join my team, black, green, and bling, it works. It's the best company ever. It's the bomb. Come join my squad. Literally so stupid. And people joined me because I was freaking excited and I was confident as heck about what I was doing. I can tell you 2 things that got me to where I am is I am confident as heck about what I do and I am excited about it every day. It doesn't matter what I post or what I say. People are like, oh shoot, I'm in it. Give me some info. I'm in. Because I'm just excited. They have FOMO. Yes, I went through a cactus phase. I went through posting like once every 6 months. I mean, I've gone through it all, but I'm here to say you just do it and you wing it. So I'm going to save your life. Like I said, the team page is your lifeline. So when you go in here and you go to our team page, okay, this is what our Boss Tribe team page looks like. When you go in here and you search product post. The very first thread that pops up, there are so many posts in here. You have to click view previous comments a couple of times because we've all tagged our teams in it. But when you go to the top of this, there are all sorts of product posts already put in the comments for you with pictures that you just copy, make them your own, and post the picture. Okay, did I just change your life? You're like, what? I don't even have to work. Okay, you copy and paste, y'all. We want to make this as simple for you as possible. And so when you're going through here and you're like, I don't know what to post. I don't have any products because I just got started and I haven't bought anything yet. Well, looky here, we got you, girl. Okay, you just go on here and steal KDB's post and take that picture, or take a picture like that with an empty coffee mug because nobody knows, and take this and post it, okay? So then you can do the same thing with the business, okay? So then you're gonna search life post, because that's what they are when you talk about your business, because you're putting your life into it. Same exact thing, okay? Go through here, we're gonna take Cody's status, we're gonna take Cassie's status. All of our posts, how many of you are like, I've made no money, okay, and I don't know how to post about this business because I don't have a story? Raise your hand. Probably a lot of you. You're like, well, I've not made any money, so how am I supposed to post about this business? I joined this business 4 years ago and had no money, and my first paycheck was $17. Okay, let's take it back to the beginning. $17. How do you think that I posted about the business and got people to join me? I talked about how freaking excited I was. I was so on fire about It Works. I was so excited about where it was going to take me and the things that I was going to do. I had 300 followers on my Instagram. You want to know how many I almost have now? 22,000. Because I posted every day. I followed every day. I shared on my story every day, even on the days that I said, what the heck do I post? What do I say? I don't have the products. I started exactly where you are sitting right now. I was that person that was like, I don't have any money. I can't buy any products. Oh, well, I haven't bought a car, so I don't have a story. Listen, all of my captions typically don't say anything about the things that I have. They're inspirational captions, like this right here that Cassie just posted. What if you didn't have to listen to anyone? What if you could live your days like it's Saturday all day? What if you could wake up excited to start the day? That's an inspirational post. It has nothing to do with It Works. It has nothing to do with how much money she makes. You wouldn't know from reading this that Cassie's a double diamond, which is an average of $5,000 a month. You wouldn't know that because you don't have to talk about it. Same with Taiki, okay? Taiki's over here killing it. What if I don't fit in with this business? What if I'm a one-hit wonder? You have to say what people are thinking. Okay, how many of you, drop a comment and tell me what it is that held you back from joining this business. What was your objection to begin with? I didn't have an objection. I just said, I don't have the money, give me a couple of days, and I joined. But like, what is it that held you back? Failing, fear of others' opinions, fear of judgment, money, that it was a scam, not having enough money, that you wouldn't be successful, others' opinions. You see how all of these are pretty much the same? They're all fear. And so when we post and we're sharing this business every single day, that's what we're going to be talking about, is all of these fears that you had. And when it comes down to it, it all comes down to relatability. So when I'm sharing every day, listen, I'm telling people, I was afraid. I was nervous. I didn't have the money. I had 20 cents in my bank account. I didn't come from a successful family. I share all the things to relate to people based on, what they're going through. So go in here, find a caption, post it with a selfie, okay? Or if it was 4 years ago, I took a picture of fat fighters and posted a comment like this. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I just took random crap and took pictures around the house. So that's my biggest tips to you as far as posting on your feed. Posting on your stories, okay? So how many of you saw your upline posting on their story and that's what snagged you? I know some of you found someone on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. So how many of you saw stories? Okay, we didn't have stories when I got started. Also another reason that I promise you can be successful, because we didn't have those. So now Instagram stories is where I enroll most of my distributors. So I'm going to change your life, okay? Most of you are probably already in an iCloud sharing album that your upline added you to, but if you're not, this is how you do it. So you search iCloud in the team page. I know, I don't know if y'all can see that up at the top, but you literally search iCloud and you can download an app onto your phone that has all of the stories that we have created, so you don't even have to create them. How many of y'all are mind blown again? You're like, gosh dang, they just give me everything that I need. We do, because we want to make it as simple for you as we possibly can. can and show you that it doesn't take a rocket scientist to be successful in this business, okay? I dropped out of college to do this business, okay? I'm pretty sure most of us on here did. We said, peace out, and we pursue this full time. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm just the queen of faking it till I make it, okay? So when you download this, it's gonna pop up this album, and let me find it. It's right, did I pass it? iCloud, oh, right here. So it's gonna pop up this album, and it's all the stories that we post. It's post about the business, it's post about the products. I know some of you, how many of you drop a 3 in the comments if you're new and you don't have the products in your hand right now? And you're like, well, I don't know what to post because I don't have the coffee, and I don't have the cleanse, and I don't have skincare. Homegirl, we got you. Look, it's all in here. You don't have to have it. Now, I recommend that you do, but until then, here you go. You got all the products, sleepy tea, business, products about TFX, skincare, it's all in here, okay? So search iCloud, go through those couple of steps and make sure that you get this downloaded onto your phone. And then you can also ask your upline to add them to their iCloud sharing album if they do have one. So that is all in here. I have some of the coffee and sleepy tea, but I don't drink coffee or tea. Girl, it's okay. You can still talk about it because, you know, what is the quote? There's like 3 billion people that drink a cup of coffee every day. Share it, talk about it, because everybody wants it. Make it and throw it out. Exactly. So I love this. This is the best resource ever. So that's posting on your story. Now, you don't want to just post about the story or the business on your story every day. You want to mesh it, okay? I want you to take so here's a tip, okay? That's why I did this and it reminded me of it. There are 5 things that are your core 5 things in your life, okay? I want you to think about what they are and I want you to write them down. My core 5 things are traveling, home decor, faith, friends, TJ Maxx, okay? And Taco Bell is the 6th one, okay? That is my life, okay? And when you go to my Instagram, you know, I could probably post on my story, and this is also a great interaction post for you as well. Go to your story and do a little question box and say, when you think of me, what are the top 5 things you think of? Okay? If they don't know, you're not sharing enough about your life, okay? But when I do it, I guarantee you everyone would say TJ Maxx, Taco Bell, traveling all the time, home decor. Like that is me because I share it and I mesh it. So I take those 5 things and I take the business and the products and I just do this throughout the day. And I'm going to go through here in a second and talk to you about what my day looks like and what it looked like before too. So that's stories. Interacting on Facebook and Instagram. This is probably the most forgotten and underrated thing on here. So here's Alyssa. Okay, so we're going to imagine she's not in the business and we're going to go comment. OMG, so cute. Done. That's the first one. And then I go to the next one and I just go through and I like pictures. OMG, cutest family. So this way, these people are seeing me in their feed. They're seeing my notification. They're seeing my name. And what happens if I went to your Instagram right now and commented on it and said, OMG, so cute, what would you do? You would click on my name and go to my profile and say, who is this girl that's calling me cute? And then you would say, huh, what does she do? Okay, where is she? Oh, she travels a lot. Okay, what is she doing? So then they start getting curious and then they'll go through my highlights here and they'll say, oh, she travels, money. How does she make money? Because we're FBI agents, y'all. We're girls, okay? They're gonna be 6 months deep in this, figuring out what it is that I do and where I live and who I'm dating and what my family's like. Because that's just what we do, right? And we're always up in people's business. And so that's why interacting is so important. I do the same thing on Facebook. I'll go through here and I'll just, oh, there's Alyssa again. Look at that consistent girl. And I'll just comment and I'll like pictures. See what I mean? That's what you do. It's so freaking simple. Just make sure that you're doing it because if you don't do it, then you're not going to be building relationships with people. Next thing, following up. Okay, this one is freaking important. Okay, I should put this at the top of the list. I talk to people all day long, every day. How many of you have talked to somebody today about the business or their products? Drop a 1. If you don't drop a 1, then you need to go do that right now. You need to be talking to people every day. Okay, all of you have had one conversation at least with somebody about the business and the products. I want you to drop a 2 if they did not join you or buy from you today. So that conversation that you had, okay, all of you are dropping a 2. I want y'all to understand that everyone you talk to is not going to buy from you and join you the moment that you talk to them. You are planting seeds, planting a seed, planting a seed, planting a seed, and they're all going to harvest at different times because all the work that you're doing on this list is fertilizing. you're posting on your story, you're following them, you're interacting with them, you're commenting on their stuff, you're sharing your story on your Instagram story and also on your feed. And then they're going to see that next post and say, okay, shoot, she messaged me like 6 months ago. I'm really broke right now. I need this business. Or because you've been sharing that coffee every day, they're about to go to a wedding next month and they need to drop a couple of pounds. They're going to message you and say, hey, what's this coffee you've been posting about? See what I mean? So the amount of people that dropped a 1 that you're having conversations, congrats, I'm really proud of you. Number 2, the amount of you that said they didn't join and they didn't buy from you, that is why we follow up. Because now you're going to get back in their space and say, hey girl, like I was just thinking about you. I'm placing some orders. Do you want me to go ahead and place your order now? All the leaders on here, I want you to drop your favorite follow-up message. Well, of course this isn't going to work now. There we go. Drop your favorite follow-up message in the chat. I want you all to go through and save these, screenshot them, put them in your notes, text them. This is what we follow up with, okay? You're gonna go through and follow up with all the people that you've ever talked to, especially on Fridays, because why? People get paid on Friday. The 1st, the 15th, the end of the month, and typically on Fridays. So those are the best days to follow up. So save those follow-up messages for the future to follow up with people that you've been talking to, just to kind of remind them. Okay, plugging in. Okay, how many of you, I'm going to give you all a second before I blow up this chat to make sure you save those. Let's raise our hand. Okay, how many of you know what personal development is? Okay, those of you that didn't raise your hand, you need to be growing your mind, your space, your positivity, all the things. You need to make sure that you're plugging into yourself every day. So get a book, okay? I recommend, if you just join this business, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Go for No. Write these down. These are books that you need to read. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Go for No. Drop your favorite books in the chat, those of you that are the personal development people. You're a Badass is a really awesome book. I'm trying to think of Rachel Hollis, any books by Rachel Hollis. Girl Wash Your Face, yes. Leadership, anything like that, guys. Start your day off with positivity. A podcast, a sermon, a YouTube video on, anything positive. I want you to start your day off with something good that you're plugging into yourself, because what we do is we're in a business of constantly pouring out to other people. We're constantly talking to other people. We're constantly sharing other people, talking about this business, talking about the products, helping other people in their conversations. Like, we have to make sure that where we're coming from is from a good place. Because if I woke up and had a really bad day and then also had to help all of my team and talk to all these people and go post and be in a positive mentality, none of those things are going to be positive things, because I am excreting negativity, because that's how my day started. So make sure that you're pouring into yourself, that you're plugging into these Zooms. Guys, every single Sunday at 8 Central Standard Time, this is where you are. I know that your leaders also have different Zooms as well, and those are just as important, but this is like a space for all of us to be together, all of us to grow together, to learn together. And I promise you, if you get on every Zoom that you possibly can, you will find success no matter what, because you're learning, you're pouring into yourself, you're growing. And that's exactly how I got to this point. The last thing on that list is 10 host to post. Host to post will change your freaking business. And if you're somebody on here that says, host to post don't work for me, you're not doing enough, period. And you haven't been doing them long enough or over a consistent amount of period of time to see results from them, because that's the only way that I enroll. So when you go to our team page and you search HAP, okay, there are all sorts of scripts in here, messages for you, there's pictures, there's all sorts of things. And then when you click see all the announcements at the top, this video explains everything. I walk you through it, I screen share, I show you the conversations, I teach you what they are. They're basically a referral system. Basically, your mom is gonna post about the products that you're promoting, and people are gonna comment that are her friends that you would have never talked to if it wasn't for this post. And then every month we have a giveaway where we give away cash for people that post for you. And all you do is click this link and you put all of the entries on this link so that we can go through and draw winners. We're giving away $1,000 in cash this month. We're giving away $500 on the 15th and $500 on the 30th. And so we get to give back to people. It's literally the biggest blessing. It's so amazing that we get to do that. And we get to do that every single month. So pay your $5. It's all on this post, and we're able to give away money to people that give back to our business, because without them we wouldn't be getting all the customers that we get. I know when I was going ambassador, I think I enrolled 64 customers in like a matter of 5 days from host to post of just sharing the product, sharing the business, and using these posts. And so there's a lot of incredible people on our team that just mass enroll from this, people they don't even know, okay? So I'm going to kind of walk y'all through before I have Sarah speak for the second half of this video. I'm going to talk to y'all about what my day looks like now versus what it looked like when I joined. So how many of you are so busy? You're like juggling all things. You're wearing lots of hats. You're super busy, okay? Let me know in the chat if you're somebody that's busy. When I first got started, I just kind of want to run y'all through what my day looked like so you can understand that I've walked in your shoes. I was a high school student. I was waking up every day at 5 a.m. to go to a dual credit class before school actually started at 8. I was going to school from 8 o'clock to 3:30 in the afternoon, and our school blocked social media. So I could not be on my phone from 5 o'clock in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. So that's pretty much 90% of my day. And then after that, I went straight to cheer practice until 6:30 p.m., drove 30 minutes to work. I worked until pretty much midnight every single night and drove 30 minutes back home. 5 a.m. to midnight. It was awful. It was miserable. I hated my life, but I also joined the business in that time, okay? And why? Because they say that the most successful people are busy because we know how to make time for the things that are important. We know how to be intentional with our time. And so I would literally wake up and get ready in 5 minutes, okay? When you have to wake up that early, you master like a system, okay? I would smack on some mascara and just pick out the outfit the day before, and I would just make it work to where I could get up a post before I went to school. So I would get up a post, I would make my captions on the weekends, so you can go through. We didn't have all the resources that y'all have now, so consider yourself blessed because it would have made my life so much better if I would have had these things. But now, this is what your day should look like. You wake up in the morning, and if you're busy, you go straight to the team page, search live post, copy and paste a caption, smack it with a selfie, and call it a day, okay? We get it that you're busy, and sometimes you're not gonna be able to do it the way that you want to. You're just gonna have to be able to shove it all together and make it work, and that's okay because sometimes we have to be uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. We have to go through the suck in order to live our best lives, in order to do the things that we wanna do. The life that you see me live today is because I said yes when I wanted to say no. I posted when I didn't feel like it. I showed up when my life was in complete havoc and I had so much going on. I still said yes to this business because I knew what was on the other side of it. How many of you can see that you are meant to be here and there's success for you and you're going to get it? Okay, and I hope that you feel like that, but I'm here to tell you that my face is already getting red because I get so fired up about this. Guys, it's gonna suck, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's great all the time. It freaking sucks sometimes. And sometimes you're like, dude, this sucks. I don't wanna do it. This is hard. I'm frustrated. It's too much for me. Yeah, it is too much. And it is frustrating and it is overwhelming. And I'm here to tell you that. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it, but I'm here to tell you I live my best life every day now because I said yes every day. I literally have been home for like 3 days this month because I've been traveling all over the place to people's houses that I met from this business. I've been able to do things that I thought it would take me until I was 62 to do because I said yes every day when I didn't feel like it, when I didn't have a caption, when I felt like crap, when I was sick, when my life was in shambles, like every bit of it, I said yes to it. And so I know that it sucks right now. I know that some of you have been reaching out to me and you're like, look, I am so broke. I get it. Okay, I get it. It's even more frustrating when you don't have help, when you're doing it alone and there's no one else that you can ask for money or lean on or anything and you're just drowning. I've been there. And I'm here to tell you that if you can do this freaking list right here and not make excuses and not say it's too hard, because if you're telling me that this list is hard, no. Your life is hard, okay? This is not hard. This is easy. It's just hard to add it. But I promise you, if you keep adding it and keep showing up, you will be successful. And I'm telling you that I've seen the most successful people on our team were ridiculously busy before they joined this business. And they had no reason to say yes to this, but they did anyways because why? They knew that life was no longer serving them. They knew that the life they wanted to live was on the other side of the crap. It's on the other side of the mountain that you're climbing. So put on your freaking hiking boots and call it a day and say, let's freaking go. Because all these things, adding 25 people on Facebook, you're clicking a add friend 25 times. That's it. Add 80 on Instagram. 1, 2, 3, 4. What does that take? 4 minutes? Maybe. I should time it. I should time myself doing this. Post on your feed. You don't even have to make your own caption. You can copy and paste. Hello. Okay, let's go to posting on your story. I made an album for you where they're all there. And you know what? You click select, add 5 of them, save them, and post it on your story. That took 30 seconds. Okay, maybe now we're at 15 minutes on this list. Okay, interacting. How long does it take you to comment on 20 people's pictures? 2 minutes, maybe. Okay, we're at 16 minutes. I'm not good at math, hold on. Plug in on a Zoom. That takes an hour of your week. An hour of your week to plug in on this Zoom. And then if your team has other Zooms, maybe you have 5 Zooms for a week. 5 hours? I think there's like, how many hours in a week? Like 200? No, that's too much. I don't know, something. There's a lot of hours in a week, and you have the same 24 hours in a day that I had when I was in high school, when I was in college, when I did this full time, when I'm busy. Same 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. But how are you going to use it? What is it that you want out of life? And realize it's so simple. It's so freaking simple. Now, will it suck? Yeah. Will you probably cry? 100%. Oh, I cried all the time. Will you be overwhelmed? Yes. Will you want to pull your hair out? 100%. But I promise you that those things that you want in life, that matters. And it should matter enough to you where when you want to be lazy and watch Netflix, does that pay the bills? No. When you want to just scroll on social media or get on TikTok for 4 hours, does that pay the bills? No. When you know that you have people on your team, and this is going for leaders, when you know confidently that you can tell me you have not done any of this, why do you expect a paycheck raise? Why do you expect your paycheck to go up? We just saw our paychecks 3 days ago, and literally the amount of texts that I got, why did my paycheck go down? Do you want me to tell you the truth? Do you want the truth, or do you want the not the truth? Okay, you know why. So if you want a paycheck raise, go get it. If you want to promote, go get it. I promise you that I know that it's not easy, but it's going to be worth it. And so now you're going to hear from Sarah, okay, and you're probably going to hear a lot of the same things, but success leaves clues, because if you want to know what? I taught the girl who trained her, and now she trains her people the same way that I started this, because there's nothing different. The same things I did to go from diamond to double diamond to triple diamond, from a $2,000 paycheck to a $30,000 paycheck, is the same things I just told you, and it's the same things that Sarah's going to tell you. So I'm going to unmute you, Sarah. You can tell just a quick little story and then go into all the things you want to share.
Okay, well, you just like killed it. Like, now I'm stressed out because you did so good. But hi guys, I'm Sarah. I joined 2 years ago, and so something that I kind of want to like shine a light on is that I've been through like a lot of different life in this business. So when I started, I was working like 4 jobs. I was at like Dave & Buster's. I had a random extra job. I was a full-time dance teacher, and I was on a dance team on top of going to school full-time. I had just moved into my first apartment. I just had like all the bills for the first time, so I was stressed, and I had so many things going on, and I had all those extra jobs because I needed something to make more money, but like it was like little things here and there, and it just wasn't enough. But that's where I started this business, and then I moved to Orlando. So I live in Texas. I moved to Orlando. I did the Disney College program. That was like a whole different ballpark to anything I've ever done in life. I had never had a job that was like 40 hours a week or however many hours I was working. Like I never had something like that. So it was completely different for me going into that setting and having to work so much, and then also like wanting to experience my program there as well. So all of that time that I went and did stuff with my friends and stuff, because I was only there for a little bit amount of time. So I went from Texas doing all those jobs, being on the dance team, being a student. I went to Orlando. I did work there, and I also like had a full experience there, and then I moved back to Texas, and I came back. I'm still a full-time student. I'm still doing all of the things, and I have been able to, you know, not have to I came back from Orlando, and I wasn't in the situation where I had to start working 4 jobs again or anything, and I was like able to teach dance when I wanted to teach dance, because I like made it a priority to work my business, to fit it through those like gaps that I had throughout my days, even though it was something that was inconvenient. And I think something that is important about to like note and realize about this business is that everything is a choice. And so like you showing up every day, you doing your 6 list, you posting, you following up, you talking to people, that's all a choice. And that's not something that's normal in our life, because when you're a little, your mom's telling you what to do. When you're in school, someone's telling you to do, you're in college, someone's telling you, you're at your job, like you have a boss telling you something to do. So this business is like 100% a choice, and like what your business looks like and what you're getting out of it is a direct reflection of what you're doing. And it all comes down to like your day-to-day, what you're making a priority in your day-to-day life. And if you have this mindset of like, I'm too busy and I just like, I have these jobs and I don't have the time and things, I know that like we all have the same amount of time. The busiest people in the world have the same amount of time, and they're probably still figuring out where to do the things that they want to do, whether that be working a business or like going out and hanging out with their friends all the time or watching Netflix or whatever it is. You find time for the things that you deem are important in your life, and it's just a matter of like what is important to you and what are you willing to like give up to get to where your goal is. So it really was like this past January whenever I was like, okay, I'm ready to like give up like I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV and I don't watch movies unless it's like a special time. Like Dylan wants me to go watch something with him, but other than that, I really don't watch anything because I don't see it as income producing. I don't really care to watch anything. There's not anything that's like on my mind where I'm like, oh, I really want to know what's going on. It just doesn't feed me to do that whenever I could be like listening to a podcast. I could be doing more of my 6 list. I could be helping other people or whatever it is, or I can be doing school because like I said, I'm still a full-time student. I still have over 15 hours of classes. I'm a senior right now, so I still have all of that going on, and they're all like project-based classes, so they take a lot of my time, especially being online right now. So I've just been through like a lot of different things, but it's all about like finding what your schedule is, what fits into like your day-to-day. If you are a mom, like do you need to wake up earlier? If you are like a student, do you need to like in between classes, whenever I was physically like at school, in between classes, like walking to them, I was able to follow, I was able to message or do whatever it was that I needed to get done, and I was doing that in between classes because during classes I could not have my phone. I had like 3-hour classes and I had to put it away. But it's just about like finding what schedule works for you and sticking to it, and not just sticking to it for like 4 days. Like you have to like actually stick to it for like 20 days, like a month, and see what happens out of it. Because if you keep trying to do something and then you stop like every 2 days, you're like, oh, I feel real good today. I did all of the things. I messaged, I did my whole 6 list for 2 days, and then the 3rd day you like everything just went out the window. You're going to continue doing that. And something that I heard Ashley Mayfield say, I think, was like, if you stop one day, the next week you're like, ooh, I'll just take 2 days, and then I'll take 3, and then it's like you just like gave up a whole week of working, and that only sets you back like even further. So just wanted to say that first. A little bit about what I do daily though is it's changed a lot, but now I work full time with this business, and then I have school. School's online, so like I don't have to like physically go anywhere. But on the days that I do have school, I know I need to wake up earlier because I have like Wednesdays, I have school from 10 in the morning to 4. And so I know I'm going to have a big chunk of my day taken up. So I make sure I wake up early and I try to message 50 people on Facebook every morning. And it's because that's the hardest thing on my list for me to do, because messaging is not fun. I don't think it's fun for anybody really, but it's the hardest thing for me to do. So that's the first thing that I do. Because if you're putting the easiest things first on your day, it's going to be midnight and you're going to say, oh shoot, I never messaged anybody, or oh shoot, I never did like whatever your heart is. I never like followed whatever it is that's hard for you. For me, it's messaging. So I make sure I wake up in the morning. I used to wait until I like did my whole morning routine and I like read and I listened to things until I messaged. But then I was like, nope, I have to do it like before I even get out of bed. So I can get messages out. I can get 50 out in 10 minutes. And I showed my team that the other day. I timed it and I scrolled through and I showed them I've sent out this many messages in 10 minutes. And it's because I had text replacements. I just go straight down my friends list on Facebook and I get them out. That way, if something comes up at like 10 in the morning, I have to go like take my brother to work, because I do have to take my brother to work every single day, because he does not drive yet and he's like 20 years old. I have to take him to work all the time. So if he asks me one day like I need to go do this or I need to go to the dentist or something, I know like, okay, I already did my messaging for this morning and I can do more later, but it's already done. So like I have that peace of mind where it's like, okay, I already did this, so I have the time to go out and take him, or I have the time to like work on my school or whatever, and then I'll do more later. But I've already gotten that much done, and that's a lot. Like getting 50 done, if that's all I get done in the day, like that's fine. I'm obviously shooting to get a lot more done. And if this number is scary to you, it's okay. If you're new and you're like, I can't send out 50 messages, you'll get there. You just got to do like text replacements, get more confident in who you're messaging and things. But that's something that comes with time. I definitely wasn't like that whenever I first started. I was really afraid of messaging, but there's nothing to be afraid of whenever you're asking somebody to get into like a giveaway where they could potentially win money, or they could win like some type of gift or something, whatever it is on your host to post. So I wake up and I send out 50 messages. I have a whole morning routine where I like to make sure that I have like the right headspace. I'm doing personal development. I'm taking a shower. I listen to personal development in the shower sometimes, and when I'm driving, especially back whenever I was really busy. I'm a big podcast person, and I danced on a dance team that was like 35 minutes away from where I lived. So that hour-long trip, but there and back, was like all podcast. I did not listen to music. I was like pouring into myself because that time was like free time essentially. And it was either I could use it to be listening to music that's like honestly putting me in a bad headspace because most music is like not good, or I could use it listening to a podcast. So if you are somebody who you have to drive far to work, or you have to do this, that, or the other, you can listen to podcasts. You can listen to Zooms. If I miss Zooms, because I had dance practice on Tuesday and Sunday nights, I had it until like 11 o'clock at night. I would listen to the Zooms on that drive back home or on the drive there. So it's just finding what works for your schedule. So that's like my morning. I make sure I shower, I listen to podcasts, I get on the journaling Zooms because they help me just like get in the right space. And then I have like a power hour, and then I have school, and I do the easiest things last, which are following and friending for me. I do those last, unless I'm very driven by a task list. So we right now on our team, we have an accountability chat. So they send task lists every single morning, and it really like drives me to check off everything on there. So if that's you and you like to check things off, that's how I am. So my like headspace in the morning is like, how fast can I check off everything on this list, because I want to do it multiple times. So I sometimes get my following and stuff done early, but for the most part, if it's a really busy day, I know I'm doing the hardest things first, which is messaging. I'm doing the easiest things last, which are following, unfriending, friending on Facebook, whatever. And then posting wise, like Shay showed you, you have everything already laid out for you. It's just about you utilizing it. And that's every single aspect of this business. It's already laid out for you. Just utilize the trainings, the team page, the question, or the captions and everything. So on my Facebook, I try to post like twice a day, and I make sure one in the morning is always about coffee. And because I'm so consistent about posting about coffee, majority of my customers are going to be coffee customers. And someone said like, I don't like coffee or tea. I'm not a coffee drinker, and I'm not a tea drinker, but I found how the coffee worked for me in a way that it tasted good and that I liked it. And now that I use it every single day, and I go live and I share like my result pictures, I share like what it does, I share what it does for other people. People trust me because they see me using that. And now if you're somebody who can't use them right now because you can't afford it, I also couldn't afford it at the beginning of my time in this business, and that's okay. You have those those things that we have in the shared albums. But if you're just sharing other people's testimonies and saying, look at how my girl Cassidy feels, look at these results, look at this, that, or the other, people are saying that, and it's getting them interested, and then they go to your story, they see more background of that, and that's interesting to them, and they'll reach out to you or whatever. So I try to post twice on my Facebook, whether in the morning about coffee, and then maybe an engagement post or about the business or something. So that's like my daily, I like have to post twice on my Facebook, and I didn't always do that. Facebook was not my jam a long time ago. And I recently like loved it and maxed out my friends list, and that's where I get all of my customers from. And now and then it's like Instagram, I'll get a few people, but for the most part it's Facebook. So if you're not going all in on Facebook, you got to do that, but also work both of them the same, because if one goes down, you got to have the other one ready and like up and having both equal. So I try to do that on my Facebook. I post my Instagram story every single morning when I wake up. After that like whole morning spiel that I said, I make sure I post about my coffee every single morning, maybe like an inspiring quote or something, what I'm doing. And like Shay said, you're meshing your life with the products, and whenever you start showing your face using the products, that just like is so much better for your business, because it's better than slides. Like people are connecting with you, they're seeing that you are sharing something that you're actually using that you like. But until then, if you don't have it, it's okay. Share the slides. And we have a lot of videos that are like, I have a lot of videos from my team that are just my hand making the coffee, and I do it to where you can't tell like that I'm a different color. Like Shay's used my hands before, but it's because there's like a filter on it, so you can't tell that like I'm a lot darker than Shay is. But if you can find those, at least you're seeing a hand making it. That'll like create a trust with your followers, and they'll be like, okay, she's using this. And it's okay if you're not, because you know that there's so much testimony to so many people that use it to back it up, like that it actually works, and that you're excited to use it. So if somebody ever comes at me and is like, have you ever tried like probiotic? I'm like, no, but I really want to, because I know that it's like really good. I haven't tried it yet, but I can be excited about it because I know other people have great testimonies for it. So on my Instagram story every single morning, you're gonna see coffee on there, whether it be a full video of me making my coffee, a boomerang of me holding my coffee, something that has to do with my coffee is going to be on there every morning. It may seem like robotic and you may feel like you're just saying the same thing every single day, but if you're always following new people, you're always bringing new people to your page, it's always going to be new to somebody. And then there's going to be people that have been there forever watching you, and eventually they'll catch on. But like my goal is for people to kind of know, like, Sarah's going to talk about her coffee, and it's going to be, she's probably going to say this because this is what it does. Like they already know what the coffee does. It's just a matter of like when they're ready to ask me, when they have the right money to, when they have enough money to ask me, when it's like, I need to get ready for this wedding or something. And then they'll ask me, but they see it every single day. And then those new people are seeing it, and you also have to be incorporating your life because those new people need to know who you are too. So every morning, coffee on Facebook, on my actual page, and then I post on my story on Instagram, Facebook, or Instagram coffee videos, sorry. But those are like the everyday things that I do. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I missed. But I do host posts every single day. I do host posts, and I max it out, and I did not always do host posts, but once you start doing it, and that comes from messaging, I message those 50 in the morning. I don't always get 50 responses. I will never get 50 responses after sending 50 messages. You'll probably get like 2, and that's okay. But I try to get 10 host posts up, and I don't really look at how many people have I messaged today. I look at how many host posts do I have up, or how many conversations have I had today, and that's kind of gauging like where I'm at, if it was a successful day for me or not. But if you're always aiming to get 10 host posts up, or even if you start with 5 and then it moves up to 10 because you can see like it gets easier, that's going to help you move your business forward because you're getting host posts up. People are interested. They're just so much easier because then you're not having to go to somebody asking them, can I have a full conversation with you? Can you spend your money on something? You have these people that are already saying like, I want to know what the coffee is. I want to know what Thermofite X is, or I want to enter your giveaway, or whatever your host to post is about. So doing host posts every single day is super important to your business. And then I was going to say something else about host posts. Oh, somebody said that they had a giveaway post and it only had like 1 comment or something. Just know that that's normal. I have things that pop up on my like time hop thing, and it's like me posting and I'm like super excited about something and nobody liked it. Nobody, like my boyfriend commented on it, or my boyfriend liked it or something, but nobody else did. And it's just normal. It's how we all start. It's how Shay started. It's how I started. I've seen Shay's like lives from when she first was in the business and they were great about fat fighters. But it's just like where we all start at, and if you let that hold you back, you're not going to be able to move forward. So you just got to keep showing up, keep posting, keep doing those things. And if you're adding new people, you're getting more people to your page that will be able to comment on there. So if you only have 100 people on your friends list right now, you're probably not going to get many comments on your things because you need more, right? And something that I've learned in like some of my classes are that you're going to have like 10% of your following that are going to actually interact or comment or do something on there. It's never going to be the whole thing. Like you could have 20,000 followers, but you're going to have like a little portion of them that actually interact with you. So if you have maxed out your friends list at 5,000, it's still not going to get you 5,000 comments on something. But if you're always adding and you're always interacting with other people, that will get boosted. So just don't let that tear you down or like keep you back from like posting or being afraid of posting, because there's always somebody that's watching but isn't going to like your stuff. Like I know I have influencers on my Instagram that I love when they post and I love when they share things, but I just like don't like their stuff. And it's not me being ugly or something. It's just like I go to look for something and I look at their page and I'm like, oh, let me go look at their like to know it. And then I don't ever like anything, but I'm like wasting their follower or something. But just know that there's going to be people like that. But that's basically my daily routine. Whenever I was busier though, it was completely different. It was fitting things into my schedule. It was adding between classes. It was messaging earlier in the day or later at night, staying up later. It's just a matter of what are you willing to give up to like get to your goal, because we all started for a reason. But if you're holding back because of the excuse of I don't have time, like you didn't have time before you started this business and you knew that and you still started the business. So you can make time even if you're the busiest person in the world. Even if it's like whenever I cook dinner, sometimes I'm also listening to a training, or I can follow, like I can use this hand to follow while I put a pizza in the oven or something. Like I can make time for it. It's just a matter of what are you willing to give up to be able to get to where you want to go, and stop using the excuse, because that's not getting you anywhere. And if you're just staying in one place, the only thing that is happening is you're going backwards. Even if you feel like I'm staying right here and I'll be fine, I'm okay, like it's pushing you backwards because now somebody else is ahead of you. Somebody else sent that message to the people that are following you. Somebody else posted and now your followers saw them instead of you, and you want to be that person that's consistent, that people know that they can go to, that people know are going to that you're going to show up and you're going to be there, and not have to wonder, like, is she still working her business? Is she still there? Is she alive? Like, she didn't do anything today. Like, if I skip posting on my story about coffee, like, people will ask me and be like, did you have your coffee this morning? And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you noticed. I just forgot to post about it. But I think that's everything I had to say. I'm going to look at the chat really fast, though.
So good. Who is like, yes, this Zoom is freaking amazing. This is what I needed. Amen. Okay. I have some food for thought for y'all to end this out. First, I want y'all to make sure you post this on your story, because that's where I get a lot of my distributors, is them seeing that we have trainings and that they're being helped. And so I always post a boomerang or, something crazy. You always get the worst angles of me and make my forehead look like it's 10 foot tall, but that's fine. Try better next time. But I just want to talk to y'all about this for a second. So I know that when it comes down to you getting off this Zoom and going to actually do the work, sometimes our actions speak louder than words, okay? We're like, yeah, I'm so hyped. This is legit. I'm ready to freaking go. And then tomorrow you're like, I'm going to eat potato chips on the couch and watch Netflix and go to bed. And it's like, nobody will know. You're right. Nobody will know that you're not working. But the goals that you have set for yourself and the things that you want in life will never, ever happen when you do that. And I'm here to tell you that ultimately you can know all the things that you need to know in this business. You can know exactly how to work the business, but if you don't know why you're here and what you're going after, it won't matter. Because I'm telling you that you have to get freaking sick and tired of being where you are in order to ever take that next step towards the life that you want. I know that the things that I want, they're big dreams. And the life that I want to live, even beyond the life that I've already built, it takes money. It takes sacrifice. It takes investments. It takes a lot of hard freaking work and blood and sweat and tears, but I would do it every single day to know the life and the team that I've built and the things that I've done. And it wasn't easy, but I would do it over and over and over. And so my question to you is, are you okay with living the same life that you're living now a year from now? If the answer is no, then understand that tomorrow you may wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And you may wake up and not want to do a single thing and not feel cute, or you may feel sick, or there's something that happens in your life. I'm here to tell you that life is gonna happen. Okay, every time I'm like, woo, we're smooth sailing, things are great, this is amazing, something happens. And then I thank God for bringing me this business, because it's always the people that help me. It's always the money that helps me. It's always the freedom that's there. It's all the things that this business brought me because I continued to say yes. And so I will always be a transparent leader with you. And I will always not sugarcoat it and tell you that you're going to have sucky days and you're going to have moments where you just don't know if this is made for you and you doubt yourself and the enemy starts coming in hard, because I promise you, the moment you take 2 steps forward, the enemy will try to knock you back double that. Because you're trying to do something good and you're trying to make a change. I want you to think about all the people in your life right now that struggle. Why do you think they struggle? I can think of my immediate family that I know now, that being in this business and seeing how hard I've had to work to get where I am, I look at them and I know exactly why they are where they are, because they're not willing to do the work. They're lazy. Broke people are lazy, because yes, the easier thing to do is stay broke. That's why everyone does it. That's why everyone makes $8 an hour and they're okay with that for the rest of their life. They're okay with living paycheck to paycheck because it's not easy to do what the 1% will do. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be a part of the 99. I want to be a part of the 1 that will do the things that not many people will do to live the life that I know that I deserve, because I did not come here to be mediocre. I did not come here to say, oh, I'm too lazy to do a 6 list. Absolutely not. Do I want to do it every day? No, I'm not a robot. Okay, I don't bleed black, green, and bling. Okay, I don't bleed it works. Like some days I just want to not. Okay, but I do, because I have team that's watching me, because I have potentials that are waiting for me to post that next post so they can finally say, yes, I am in. Every day that you don't share this, you're affecting other people. And I know that you don't see that right now, but there are people on your social media right now that are praying for this and they don't even know it. How many of you never thought that you would ever be this girl? Ever. You're like, what? I'm in network marketing? No, I'm not. What is this? I never thought this would be my career, ever. I dropped out of college and said, you know what? I'm going to freaking do this. Was it the scariest thing I ever did? Yeah. Did people say I was absolutely nuts for doing that? Yeah. My own family was like, Cheyenne, what are you doing? And I was like, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I didn't know, but I pursued it in every way that I could because I knew what I wanted. And so guys, when you get off this, I want you to figure out why you're here. What are the things that you want? It's not a 6 list that's going to keep you around, okay? It's not that messaging is fun and following people is fun. I don't enjoy doing that. I enjoy the benefits that I get from it. And the fact that I'm sitting here on a team Zoom that had over 100 people on it that are trying to change their life. That's what it's about. It's not about the things that we don't enjoy doing. It's the things that we get from it. Because there may be a lot of negative things that you're going to have opposition on, but the things that come from it, like I made a TikTok today and I literally sat in my desk for 30 minutes and cried. I'm not kidding. Go watch it. I posted it on my Instagram story because it's like so many people doubted me and so many things along the way were like, oh shoot, maybe I should stop. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe, you know, I'm not making what I thought I was going to make. I'm not, the people that I thought would support me aren't supporting me. All my best friends don't want to be friends with me anymore. And the people that are tweeting about me, they're so mean, like all this stuff. I kept going. And I did that dang 6 list and I got on the Zoom and I poured into myself and I showed up every dang day. And not many people will do that. Will you? Not many people will do the hard things. Not many people will show up to a Zoom every time they're expected to. Not many people will do the things they don't want to do so that they can do the things they want to do. And I hope that you choose today that it's going to be you because our team has a lot of freaking amazing people on it and there's only going to be more. And it could be you. You can have the same seat at this table that I have. There's room for you. I promise you. And so I'm going to post this recording up on my YouTube for your team that wasn't able to make it. But guys, take that checklist, make your own, set it as your background. And every time you don't want to do it, know that I probably don't either. Guess who's doing it? Me. Guess who's doing it? Sarah. Okay. We don't all want to work this business because work isn't fun, but I want to have fun from the things that I get from the work. Okay. I love y'all. Have a great day tomorrow and the rest of the days and have a great night tonight. And that's all I got for you. Bye guys.